Fletcher Aviation desk again. Hey, we had two of these things sitting over in the lower shed, and since we have to remove the lower shed, we need to do something with these desks. So this one's going to become Leanna's. Look at the condition this one's in. It's pretty rough. I've seen this desk before, and it managed to find me again. You notice half of the veneer is scraped off the top. I didn't do that. Somebody else did. It came to me in that condition. So there you go. First thing you do, flip it upside down, take it apart. That's how they work. You know, everything's from the bottom. And if you work fast enough, you can do it pretty quick. So, and I've been down the road on these things. I really love these Fletcher desks because they're just terrific. This one's from about 1947, I'm thinking. There are some manufacturer's marks inside of here. This is desk number 2054, whatever that means. Anyway, so that's the underside of the desk, and of course, or the top, and you flip it over. And I managed to scrape the rest of the veneer off without damaging the top too bad. Now, if you try to put just a thin veneer on this, over this, you wind up with some drama in there. So I went ahead and got some 1/2-inch pre-finished maple veneer, and we put it on there. So and the way you do that is you cut it to rough shape, and then you glue it up. So here you go, it's all glued up now. And then we had Leanna's wedding, which was great. This is Dan's dad, Yannick, from Chicago. Came out and helped me out. And we routed the edge with a flush trim bit, and then we routed it with a round over bit. And there we go. It was very helpful. We had a couple of spots we had to repair. Here's one. You can see that big old wang out of there. And it's difficult to do that in a small kind of thing. So you don't really want to play with the small pieces. You want to make a little bit bigger piece so it's easier to manipulate. So here you go. We run it over the table saw blade, and we just created a rabbit here where we trimmed it off, and we cleaned it up with the file and chisel. Made a nice clean spot, and that's what it looks like. You know, so it's easy to fix that. It's hard to fix that rough edge. So that's one of the tricks of woodworking is don't fix the rough stuff. Make it a smooth piece so that you can jam a nice square edge piece in there like that. We glued it in. And get out your hand plane, and get out your file and your chisels, and work it a little bit. There you go. I don't know why I'm wearing gloves here. But, you know, anyways. And that's what it comes out looking like. Nice, clean, easy to fix. Now, we had seen these before, and I made these. I made these with a table saw and a router bit. And a router bit does that little beading cove on the end there. And the rest of that is done with the table saw, like I say. And I'd seen this desk several years ago, and it somehow managed to find me. So Leanna chose an ebony stain for this. This desk has really been worked on a few times, and so we couldn't get the natural wood color to come out of it really well. And we could have painted it. We could have selected a different color stain. We tested several. And we decided this was the way to go. It comes up a little bit blotchy in spots, but overall it worked out really well. This was originally a mahogany desk, so it would have been more red in color. Here you go. You see it all put back together now. And that's that 1/2-inch pre-finished maple top that's on there, and it's glued on. It's not screwed down or nothing. All the desk, we had the hardware. And that really bitchin' Fletcher metal badge that goes in that center drawer. That's terrific. So now we got to find a chrome type lock I can put in that centerpiece to take care of that hole in the middle of that drawer there. But otherwise, this one's going to go to Leanna. And she's quite happy with it. I'm quite happy with it. So there it is. We made the sculpted pieces for the corners, and we didn't have to do anything with the metal base. I thought we were going to have to paint it, but we didn't. And so there it is. We got this whole thing together. And I got to work with Dan's dad for a little bit, which was good. Hey, it's West Hills Wood. Subscribe, like, send beer. See ya.